Brian Talley here today with Talley Podcast. Folks, we are out here at Bryan, Texas, near College Station at the Big Barn Dance, folks. That's right. We are getting down and we are getting dirty here in Bryan. It is muddy after all this rain that we've had, but folks, there's nothing better than coming out and sharing in the camaraderie with music that brings people together, folks. And one of our guys, one of our biggest supporters here with Shannon Book, folks, no stranger to the Today with Talley podcast. Look, man, I just saw you live out here, man. It was awesome. It was the first time I've seen you live. I'm a big fan, as you well know. And you know what? Dear Mom was something that you sang today, man. Dude, you nailed it. I mean, you had one job. You had one job. and you nailed it.
So what you're saying is that I still have that one job.
Yeah. And you nailed it. And look, the crowd went wild, man. There's been a lot of folks around here today that's wanting to know a little bit about who Shannon Book is. You want to give him a little elevator pitch?
Well, Shannon Book's just a lovely kid from nowhere, Kentucky, a little town called Hazel Patch, and I decided to play music, and I joined the military at young age, and right out of high school, and I went and served for 17 years of my life. And in doing that, I've played music all over the country. And once I retired, I decided that I was going to do it again. And so that became my career. I decided to play music. And I play music to help people. So that's what I do.
Absolutely. Music is healing. It brings people together, especially in this time that we're living in right now. You got to find that commonality with folks to sit down and, have a meal together, have a drink, whatever it may be. But I do know that music is very healing. Who are you out here with, Shannon?
So I'm out here with a group called Soldier Songs and Voices. And the chapter here is ran by Dustin Welsh. And great guy, great songwriter. He's got a pedigree of songwriting to his name. Just awesome guy, awesome person. But we're here with Soldier Songs and Voices, and he asked me probably about a year ago if I'd come play this show. And I was like, absolutely. So here we are. We got up on stage this morning at 11 o'clock, and it was the response has just been really awesome. When they were leaving the stage, there was a group of probably about 20 people that walked up to the stage and wanted to know who we were and what we're doing and thank us for our service and all that good stuff. So it's really good for Soldier Songs and Voices to get veterans together to write music and teach them music and help them speak their issues.
Outstanding. I know you're sharing a stage with some big performers here this weekend, man. How's it feel to share a stage with folks like Rick Trevino and Leroy Parnell?
I mean, it's awesome as always. It's just, it's just part of the job. And some of those guys, you can hear it in the background. We're here to have a good time. We're here to enjoy ourselves. We're here to have, to influence people. We're here to give people a good time, and that's what's going on. So I'm grateful for being a part of that.
Jason Steiner out of Nebraska, Hero Stock, has got you coming in to Nebraska to be one of their performers this year. Look, man, are you excited about that?
Absolutely. The first Hero Stock show this year is going to be in Rolla, Missouri, and that is June 29th. And I'm actually headlining that show. But then we go into Lincoln, Nebraska. We're going to do a couple shows there. We're going to do a show in Nashville. So it's going to be a good time. Hero Stock, it's just a good thing, man. Hero Stock is awesome. For those who don't understand what Hero Stock is a music venue that gathers veteran and first responder artists to perform their music in front of veteran first responders and supporters of that culture, and brings nonprofits and all that, nonprofits and veteran-owned businesses into the same fold. So so we're trying to do that, and we're trying to do that on a big scale, and we're trying to do it all over the country, and we're just trying to unite our culture with our community again. So for those people out there that are like, well, I can't stand civilians. Well, you know what? Maybe it's time to start looking inside yourself. And I'm pretty sure you can't do anything without a village. That's why it's always been said. Even Spartans had to come back to the village. So the reality is that just, get back to your community. So that's what Hero Stock is, and I'm a huge fan of it.
The great Shannon Book here in Bryan, Texas. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, brother.
This is the Today with Tally podcast.